Little Rock was in the lounge room, flipping the channels to find anything good to watch on TV. After they saved Babylon from the zombies, they had been living a very good life, not having to worry about sleeping with one eye open, although they still kept their guard up. Why is there not anything good to watch these days? Little Rock grumbled, not having any luck finding channels to watch TV. Most TV shows are garbage nowadays. Just as Little Rock said that, Wichita walked in with her bathrobe and towel around her head. She had just came out of the shower, seen her sister flipping the TV channels. "Hey, Little Rock, any luck on finding good shows to watch?" Wichita asked, catching her younger sister's attention. "Nope, all these shows are just trash and that they air nowadays. I swear to God, I want to find a good or decent show to watch, and I can't find any. Wow, TV sucks now," Little Rock replied. "I agree with you. TV now isn't just as fun as it used to be," Wichita said, then had an idea. "Why don't we have a girls' slumber party? We haven't had those since before the zombies took over." "Good idea. Maybe Madison could join us and even call some of our girlfriends," Little Rock replied, liking Wichita's idea. "We could invite Liz, Kim Possible, and Shigo to the party." "I like the idea, but where can we have the slumber party? Babylon is out of the question, mainly because the zombies would hear us from the loud noises," Wichita stated, then had to think for a moment. "I'll call Shigo and see if she's interested in the slumber party. You can ask Kim, Madison, and Liz about it." "Sounds good. And we'll see where we can have the slumber party at," Little Rock said. Then she called Liz and Kim and asked them about the slumber party. After Little Rock called her two friends, she then asked Madison about the slumber party and liked the idea. Wichita got changed from her bathrobe and into her shirt with her leather jacket, jeans, and had her hair hanging down. Then she called Shigo on her phone. As Shigo answered, she did sound somewhat annoyed, but Wichita expected that from Shigo. "What the hell do you want, Wichita?" Shigo said, sounding annoyed as usual. "Hey, Shigo, are you interested in having a slumber party with me, Madison, and Little Rock?" Wichita asked on the phone. "We're wondering if there's a place we could have our slumber party at." "I just got an idea. Dr. Draken is away for the whole weekend with his friends. Why don't we have the slumber party in his lair? I'll get booze and stuff ready. Who's coming?" Shigo asked. "My sister Madison, and even they're going to ask Kim and Liz if they're interested in the slumber party. Any other girlfriends we know, they might be joining the fun," Wichita answered. "We'll get some loud music and snacks for the party and order pizza." "I like that idea. Tell Little Rock, Liz, Madison, and Kim that the slumber party is at Dr. Draken's lair. I'll see you in a few hours," Shigo replied. Then Wichita hung up. As the word of the slumber party got to Liz, Kim, and Madison, they had also asked a few girlfriends if they wanted to join in as well. Columbus and Tallahassee, along with Berkeley and Nevada, heard about it as well, and they were hesitant on having the girls leave for a party. "Wichita, you and Little Rock with Madison are going to a slumber party?" Columbus asked, walking her to in their bedroom. "Yes, we are, honey. Little Rock asked Nevada if she wanted to come, but she isn't interested in that," Wichita answered. "Why?" "Just wondering. But please, you and Little Rock stay out of trouble. Madison can sometimes be a bad influence on parties, and it may not end well," Columbus warned, wanting to make sure his wife was going to be careful. "Oh, we will be careful. The slumber party is at Dr. Draken's lair. Shigo invited us to have the slumber party there, and Dr. Draken's gone for the weekend," Wichita said, kissing Columbus. "If you say so, hopefully no cops or anything like that come to the door," Columbus replied, watching Wichita pack her things for the slumber party. As it went on 5 p.m., Little Rock along with Wichita and Madison were in their car, and they were about to head to Dr. Draken's lair. "Be careful, girls. Hopefully you'll all stay out of trouble," Tallahassee said. "We will. Don't worry about us," Wichita replied, then drove off to the slumber party. "I hope they'll be okay, especially Wichita," Columbus stated. "Of course they will. And Wichita will be fine, Nevada reassured her friend. Wichita is a good example for Little Rock, and I don't want her to do stuff that would set a bad example for her sister, Columbus replied, but brushing it off, knowing that his wife and his sister-in-law will be fine. Meanwhile, at Dr. Draken's lair, Shigo was on her cell phone with Dr. Draken, letting him know that if a few friends could stay over, to which Dr. Draken was okay with it. But what Shigo didn't tell him was that there was going to be a slumber party. Shigo only lied to Dr. Draken to avoid him finding out by their friends' plans. Just as the door knocked, Shigo hung up the call with Dr. Draken. Just as their friends arrived, Liz was first, then Kim, Little Rock, Wichita, and Madison. After they walked inside, a few more girls showed up for the slumber party. Most of the girls they invited were friends of theirs, even those that Shigo knew. Oh my god, we have like over 15 girls. That's fine with me. This slumber party is going to be the best, Shigo said. Then everyone started to have a party in the lair. Shigo ordered pizza as the girls were getting snacks and drinks out, and this party was gonna explode with fun. I didn't know if Sean was going to allow you to go to the party, Little Rock said. At first he was hesitant, but I then bribed him with pocket money of 20 Bitcoin to let me go. And he did, and now I'm here, Liz replied. Does anyone want some coolers? Madison handed one to Little Rock and Wichita. Since they were both at the drinking age, they accepted their offer. As the adults who were of age to drink, they began to drink during the slumber party. As they began drinking vodka coolers, the pizza arrived at the front doorstep of their lair. Shigo ended up blasting her green plasma flames at the pizza guy, chasing him away as their friends grabbed the pizza. Who's ready for a pizza party? Madison cheered, throwing a few slices of pizza at her friends. Since Madison is vegan, Shigo ended up making some special meals for Madison since she didn't know or didn't eat meat, so she munched on that. Just as everyone ate the pizza, the remaining slices were being thrown at people, turning it into a food fight. Some of the girls that were drinking lost their minds and began to have a food fight with everyone in the lair. Shigo laughed and joined in the food fight, just as Kim threw a cup of soda at Shigo, making her arch-enemy laugh. Everyone was so loud with their laughter, yelling, and screaming, they turned on the music and the volume was up to the max. Little Rock was playing beer pong with Kim and some of Kim's cheerleading friends while drinking. Wichita took some of the root beer to open, but she didn't realize that the can was shooken a lot. And when Wichita opened the can, it started to fizz all over, making a mess. Oh shit, Wichita said, seeing her soda fizzing. Don't just let it fizz, Wichita, Liz said. Then Wichita squirted the soda on Liz, making her laugh. Every girl was getting very rowdy with the soda squirting, which made a sticky mess. Wichita even had one too many drinks and she felt wasted, but as she was experiencing her feeling of being drunk for the first time in a long time. As the soda made a sticky mess, some of the furniture was knocked over due to the roughhousing. Popcorn and other food was thrown at everyone. Even Madison was having a pillow fight with Shigo and Little Rock. Kim Possible and her cheerleading friends started to dump beer all over people's heads, making them laugh. However, it wasn't long until the loud noises started to catch the neighbors' attention. They were soon annoyed by the loud sounds, and they were calling the police about it. And even turned out that Drew Pickles was driving home when he heard the commotion. As he parked his car near Dr. Draken's lair, he could hear the loud music, laughter, screaming, and yelling. This got his attention. Some of the girls' boyfriends that were there as well also got notified by the police about the noise. Drew Pickles walked up towards the front door of Dr. Draken's lair. The boys had also followed him up the door to the lair. As they knocked on the door, they opened up and walked inside. While inside the lair, the boys all opened up the door to the living room, seeing a big mess in there. Wichita, Little Rock, Liz, Kim, Shigo, and Madison, along with their friends, had stopped what they were doing. They also turned their attention to the crowd of boys. They all looked not very happy.
What the actual poke is going on here?
Drew Pickles asked, sounding very annoyed. As the girls stopped what they were doing, they turned off the music and they stared at their boyfriends, looking guilty. Well, things calmed down very quickly after that. The party was canceled, the boyfriends of the girls were called, Dr. Draken returned home early and forbade Shigo from ever having parties in his lair for a month, and the girls were all in a drunken state. Columbus was driving Wichita, Madison, and Little Rock home. He was very disappointed and angry with them too. The girls were too drunk to even argue or even say anything much. I am very disappointed in you, Free. Not to mention that I'm so angry about what you did, Columbus said. When they approached Babylon, they all walked inside the holdup place. You are all not drinking any alcoholic stuff for the rest of the month. As the girls passed out in their rooms, Columbus and Tallahassee were having a beer together at the bar. That bad, I guess, Tallahassee said. You should have seen Dr. Draken's lair. Popcorn all over the place, soda messes everywhere, alcohol smells on everyone when they got drunk, furniture knocked this way and that. Columbus replied, stating what happened at Dr. Draken's lair. It wasn't really too much of a Wichita and Little Rock and Madison's fault, you know. The other girls were on this too. Mainly one thing leads to another and things got out of control, Tallahassee said. If we had known Dr. Draken wasn't home, we would have suggested the girls to attend a sleepover another time, or let the girls sleep over here, but we didn't think of that. I guess we're partly to blame for the girls getting into trouble. I guess we should have been more prepared for anything like this to happen, Columbus thought as he drank his beer. The next day, Wichita along with Little Rock and Madison woke up with a hangover. They now learned their lesson on staying out of trouble at parties, even if the other girls get carried away as well. Eventually, a few days later, Shigo invited the girls to help clean up the mess from the slumber party, to which they all agreed to help clean up. After cleaning up Dr. Draken's lair, Wichita along with Little Rock and Madison didn't do any slumber parties for a long time.